All right, let's dive right in. Today we're going to break down a platform that's trying to solve one of the biggest headaches for students everywhere, getting ready for exams. We're talking about a study hub called TopperHQ, and we're going to see exactly what it's all about.
So first, let's just paint the picture here. If you're a student these days, you know this feeling. It's like you're fighting a battle on two fronts. You've got this mountain of information you have to somehow cram into your brain, and at the same time, that deadline for your exam is just creeping closer and closer. It's that classic pressure cooker situation.
Yeah? Does this look familiar? I think for a lot of us it does. That feeling when you're just staring at a pile of books and papers, totally drowning in notes, and you have absolutely no idea where to even begin. It's a feeling almost every student has had, and it's the exact problem that platforms like this are trying to fix.
You know that feeling of being totally overwhelmed? It really just boils down to these four things. There is way too much to learn, and there is never enough time to learn it. And because of that, it's so hard to figure out what's actually important for the exam. All of that just creates this nagging fear in the back of your mind that you're falling behind.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem pretty clearly. Now, let's look at the solution being offered. This is where TopperHQ comes in. Right here, this is its core promise. It calls itself the ultimate hub. That word hub is really key. It suggests that this is the one place you need to go to bring some order to the chaos of getting ready for your exams.
I love this slide because it's the perfect before and after. On the left, you've got the old way. You're buried in textbooks, fighting with concepts that just don't make sense. And on the right, that's the promise, a much cleaner path, focused on notes you can actually digest and strategies that work.
So how do they actually pull this off? Well, the platform is basically built around a toolkit for students, and it has four main features that are all designed to help you succeed. Let's open up this toolkit and look at each one. The very first tool is all about one thing: speed. Think about it. Instead of spending hours, maybe even days, reading these super dense chapters, the whole idea here is to get you the key points, all summarized in just a few minutes. It's a direct answer to that too much to learn, not enough time problem, because it gives you back your most valuable resource, your time. Okay, tool number 2 is all about strategy. It's one thing to know the facts, but it's another thing to know how to use them to solve a problem on a test. And what's really interesting here is that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. The tips are tailored for different levels, whether you're in middle school or you're prepping for something incredibly competitive like the JEE. Now for the third tool, practice. And not just any practice, we're talking targeted practice. By giving you access to old exam papers and questions that pop up all the time, it kind of demystifies the whole exam process. You're not just studying the subject anymore, you're studying the test itself. So you can walk in there feeling confident with no nasty surprises. And the last tool in the kit is guidance. This little compass says it all, doesn't it? The whole point is to give you a clear step-by-step roadmap to turn that tangled mess of revision into a simple plan you can actually follow. It's about replacing that feeling of confusion with a clear sense of direction.
So when you put all four of those tools together, you get this really clear process. It's a logical flow, right? First, you get the notes to really get the main ideas. Then, you learn the tricks to actually apply them. After that, you practice with real questions from past papers. And finally, you follow the guide that ties it all together.
Okay, so we've seen the toolkit, but hey, a toolkit is only useful if it helps you build something, right? So what's the end game here? This is where we shift from just talking about preparation to what really matters: your performance. And here it is. This is the bottom line. When you strip everything else away, the one single goal of all of this is to boost your scores. Every single feature, the notes, the tricks, the practice, it's all designed to drive this one very real result.
This chart does a great job of showing how it's supposed to work, like a chain reaction. It all starts with saving time. When you save time, you can practice more, which naturally boosts your confidence. And according to this idea, it's that powerful mix of more time and more confidence that leads to what everyone wants: higher scores. But is that all it is? Just a tool to get better grades? Well, what we're looking at here suggests there might be a bigger idea at play. It's not just about you sitting alone and studying. There's a hint of a bigger philosophy about how we should all be learning.
And a huge part of that philosophy is community. When you see an invitation like Join the TopperHQ community, it tells you this isn't just about downloading some notes. It's about being part of a network where you can get support and learn with others, so you don't feel like you're facing these tough exams all by yourself.
This quote pretty much sums up the entire mission.
The goal isn't just to help you pass a test. It's way more ambitious. It's about changing what studying feels like, trying to turn it from the slow, difficult chore into something that's faster, easier, and maybe, just maybe, even a little fun.
So we'll leave it with this question. When you really think about all the pieces of a modern toolkit like this, the quick summaries, the clever tricks, the targeted practice, the clear guidance, it kind of makes you stop and think about your own study habits. How could a smarter approach change not just how you prepare for a test, but how you actually perform when it counts? For any student today, that's a really important question to ask.